YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming at y'all with another YouTube read, another collective energy read. I hope this finds you guys at a clarifying time of your day. I appreciate your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Just gonna get started. Angels the highest to white light, and the Most High, please bestow upon me clear and concise channel messages that accommodate with the one that I have prepared for my collective. Thank you, and Ashe. Whoever this is for, your energy is very valuable, and there's something about people doing about anything just to get any type of access or beneficiary from it, right? There's something about Starseed energy. A lot of you guys are Starseeds, or you align with that term, right? I don't like using certain terms that are generalized like that, right? But a lot of you guys align with that word, right? A lot of you guys come from origins that are outside this realm. A lot of you guys are not of this world. There's something about your energies that a lot of people start bullshit with you, or drama, or try to just do certain things, may act stupid around you, or may act foolish around you, or may want you to act foolish or do something to illuminate an insecurity for you to act foolish, or some type of setup precautions, or some type of validating theme of vendetta, right? To get some type of energetic access. This could be a perception shift for certain people that I'm aligning myself with, right? And so a lot of you guys go through chastising, right? A lot of you guys have something about you that could be very, very unique, very different. And certain people may have a misinterpretation of what that really means. They could maybe come to a different conclusion based on certain things that they see, hear, or feel about you based on surface level appearance or surface level standards, right? And so a lot of times people really don't understand, maybe who they're messing with is kind of what I'm channeling. In a certain discretion with you, right? In times of, let's say, trying to take something out of proportion with you, or trying to push you into a state of out of proportion, right? Or trying to push something out of you in terms of reaction. A lot of you guys have people that try to get reactions out of you or validation from you. It doesn't have to be with drama. A lot of people that couldn't be still with drama, though, still could be. But a lot of times, a lot of you guys deal with certain people or issues with people that stem from people trying to provoke you or seek you for a certain attention. And sometimes it can seem like a like to dislike thing, or an obsession to hatred thing, a vendetta to admiration, whatever that polarity kind of represents. But it's usually a spiritual transaction, right? That people usually seek from a lot of you guys' energies. A lot of you guys possess energy that can heal people. A lot of you guys, I've already talked about this in a lot of my videos, right? A lot of you guys are my OGs, right? A lot of you guys are my healers, and a lot of you guys alchemize energy. A lot of you guys know how to move energy. A lot of you guys are aware of your energy to a point that you come off very clean to people, or you come off very structured in terms of the energy that you possess, right? And so this may feel in a certain way differently than what you're kind of understanding your energy to be to other people, right? And so people may test you out of triggered. People may test you, or people may come at you out of a certain admiration, or people may love this about you, they may hate this about you, but it's the energy that you illuminate in them. A lot of you guys have a very big energy, a strong energy that people can't explain. That's usually that kind of starseed. That's why I kind of included that in this kind of, it'll probably be in the title. But this starseed, what I'm saying is, it's something that it has a multidimensionality to it that may be outside the, let's say, normal dimensions of the human consciousness, right? And so a lot of you guys are my abnormal ones, right? In terms of you're unique, right? And so you're a little different. So a lot of people take to you very differently. A lot of you guys have a lot of different types of people that take to you, right? Which means that you deal with a lot of polarity in how people take to you. And so a lot of you guys may have people that like love to just be around you and stay in your energy and drain you, right? A lot of people you may have those few people that don't. You may have those few people that appreciate you, have a mutual understanding with. But a lot of times, a lot of you guys have this polarity in terms of other people, with whether it's they're draining you, or whether they jump to hating you, or find a reason to jump on a vendetta hate train, right? It's because of the energy. It's not because they're just, some people are really hateful. Like, that's a real thing. Some people are really jealous. Some people be really spiteful. But that's a real thing. But the thing is, what your energy illuminates, it's usually not personal, is what I'm being kind of told to kind of preside to kind of push forward to somebody on the other side of the screen, it's usually an energetic signature that you have some type of potential, or you feel to have some type of potential to others. And a lot of times you guys run into selfish people, or maybe people that are takers when you may be a giver. A lot of you guys are givers. A lot of you guys are learning, attributes, or you've already, learned from past experiences that maybe you weren't really like getting your reciprocation back, right? A lot of you guys, I be reading the comments a lot more than you think, right? A lot of you guys talk about these things in terms of like healthy boundary setting, right? And a lot of you guys have already, flowed in that. But a lot of you guys have recognized, whether it's with your family members, your friends, or whoever that is, maybe even a lover or an industry, a boss, right? When you are kind of moving in that healthy kind of boundary, there's something that starts to illuminate and pulling you back a little bit, right? There's always something that comes up to kind of try to put you back into some bullshit, right? And so it's not so easy to move towards those, boundaries on a very holistic level, on a stern level is what I'm kind of saying. And so a lot of you guys are adjusting to, let's say, the allocation of energy that you provide, right, versus what other people are giving into you, right? And so that is also kind of like a theme here, because usually this is what this energy resides in, right? A polarity of experiences through different types of people that take to you, right? A lot of you guys can flow with different races of people, or different timelines of people, or agendas of people, and still be open, or still be kind of grounded, right? You can still kind of show up and have something to offer, maybe in a conversation, or maybe in a job position, or whatever that is. A lot of you guys are very versatile and multidimensional, right? People take to this energy because it's not usually defiable or definable, right? And so it's hard to put a label on you, right? And so people usually, human curiosity usually seeks to put a label on something that it's not really understanding fully. You want to know. And so a lot of you guys have experienced in your lives that like that I want to know more about you, right? And so a lot of times people like peek into this, it can be a mystique about it, or it can be something that comes off like as a mystique to people, or something that comes off a little bit extraordinary to people, because or very kind of like, what am I saying there? A lot of you guys like operate in a certain way that goes against what do you say that? Being politically correct or politically righteous, or whatever that's deemed to be. A lot of you guys are more free-spirited, is kind of what I get from this channel, right? My subscribers, free-spirited energy, in a way that a lot of you guys are maybe rebellious, right? A lot of you guys go against the norm. A lot of you guys go against the system. Because of the things that it may not feel comfortable for you to like a totality of you to just sit in, right? Or to fit in. Maybe a lot of you guys had these kind of types of things or traits or attributes that it just always just like was hard for you to just sit in one spot. And that's metaphorical, because that can be physical, but it could also be spiritual. It could be platonic. It could be in friendships. It could be in relationships, right? In terms of being in one place, right? Where some environment, place, situation doesn't really feel so holistically like containable for the holistic being of you, right? And in lack of better words, I think you understand what I'm saying. But a lot of you guys deal with issues in regards to people taking to your energy a certain way and ready to kind of like push you, or like coach you, or tell you, because they're really excited for this energy, or they maybe get excited for it. Maybe some people get the opposite with this type of energy, right? In terms of how they look at it. Because a lot of people dissect your guys' energies. It's a dissecting thing. Because a lot of you guys, like I've said in many videos, you may stick out like a sore thumb in a crowd, right? You may stick out. You may literally be meant to stick out. A lot of you guys have an aura that can take over a room. A lot of you guys, I may make a video about that. A lot of you guys have an auric field about you that people want to kind of like take to and be like, okay, what is it about you? What is it about you? What do you, I said that twice. What do you signify to me? What is your symbolism in my life? These are kind of questions a soul kind of comes across you and may not say out loud. They may not think it, but that's how they're registering your energy because they may not have seen it before, right? A lot of you people have a certain distinguished signature about you that maybe nobody will meet again. Maybe nobody will come across again, but that's what makes you you, right? And so a lot of you guys may have people that take to you in certain ways to get close to you, maybe in the wrong ways, maybe in the right ways, maybe in different ways that kind of reside in a certain, vendetta, obsession, admiration that can turn into any one of those three, right? And so, or anything in between. So this is kind of like a psychological kind of like tuning in terms of how you're looking at that. I've made a similar video maybe months before on this kind of topic because that multidimensionality serves something that kind of opens an influence to other people to seek higher or maybe lower, right? Either way, it's that multidimensionality that you can probably serve. A lot of you guys that may teach, it could teach, a lot of you guys are teachers, but it could influence the higher or let's say lower. So we're working with our higher and lower selves is how I look at it, right? And so sometimes you can push somebody to reflect or push down lower or higher in a trajectory that kind of balances them out a little bit more, right? And so a lot of you guys could be a balance or a salve to a lot of situations, whether people look at you as mediation to arguments or people look at you to invite you to these kind of events or like situations that maybe you can express in, right? Or let's say like situations on the opposite level, on the introverted level, in terms of being able to locate you and seek you in times of when maybe somebody doesn't know where they're going in life, or maybe when somebody doesn't understand what this really means, why they're doing this, or why somebody's doing this, why the relationship's going like this, or maybe the trajectory. Maybe people seek you guys for spiritual guidance, right? A lot of you guys have a very spiritual eye about you that can't really see off, right? You really see what you see. And a lot of you guys have possessed a different intuitive balance to you that is meant to be secured in you in a way that reflects outwardly. A lot of you guys are felt to be some type of like outer worldly being in some way, right? And so this can have people very, very, very curious with you, in other words. And I'm probably going to end off on that point. I think I got some like finishing ones. But understanding the power behind the energy and understanding the mystique or the judgment, people may be quick to judge you. That's kind of what I'm getting. Or quick to want to put a finger on you, right? In terms of like wanting to just come to a conclusion as quick as they can. But a lot of you guys are too deep to come to the depth of conclusion with, right? And that's what it's meant to be. But a lot of you guys are at the same time a beacon for people to go deeper within their own depths, right? And that is kind of the point of a starseed energy, or what that's deemed to be. And that's my last one. If you need a person with me, hit up Shamika's son with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. I've got a few partnerships going on. I've got Duolingo coming up. I'm very excited about that one. But I have 3 other partnerships for 20% off of it, either or, in the description below. I appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Appreciate all the love and the shares and the comments that the love. I literally said that twice. I appreciate all. That's what it is. I appreciate all the love, likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. But it's your boy Justice. It's 4 a.m. and I'm just recording. But I'm about to get started on 1 more, 2 more, and then I'm about to go to sleep. But I appreciate every single one of y'all. It's your boy Justice. Peace out.